Apparently, what about sound now? Do we have sound now? What about now? What about now? Do I got sound now? Maybe, 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 maybe. Okay, that's what. See, when you have somebody that's supposed to be there and they're sitting somewhere else, and then they're sending a runner back and forth, it's hard to know if you have sound or not. So I went through 3 cameras today, 3, and so I bet if I go here, let's see, if I go here, no, that's not because that'll mute me. So whatever, we'll see what happens. We'll just leave it this way, and you get the 2 screens. All right. So, welcome to another fun edition of Tuesday with Todd. I guarantee you one of these days I will get this right. I'm not sure when that day will be. I think I need to switch to cameras that don't have any microphones in them because nothing I could do could stop the crazy feedback, and it was driving me insane. So, let's get our hellos. Let's see who's all here. Look at all these people that can't hear me, but now you can hear me, so that's great. Sarah's here. Thanks for stopping by, Sarah. And Rachel, hello. And Renee, thank you for stopping by. And Pilar, hello. There's Sarah again. Facebook user. That's FU, Facebook user. Since Facebook, is kind of weird about letting third-party apps, kind of play nice together. If you head over to, in fact, I think I have a banner for this. Let me find that. If you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and give them permission, then it'll show who you are on Facebook. Your other option is if you head over to, I know I have this one on here, maybe. You can head over to liveosg.com and watch the feed there as well. Or you can also head over to youtube.com/FatDadWholesale. You can watch the feed there. So those are the places you can watch it. When you're in through YouTube, then we can see who you are. So Facebook just doesn't always play nice like that. So we'll take that banner down. We'll get the other, where are we at here? There. Mike, good to see you. Yep. I think we have sound. Yep. We're all back to sound. Yeah, we got sound. And like I said, it's a crazy little setup. We'll get it all figured out, I promise. So yeah, like I said, all these Facebook users that we have here, head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission, or like I said, head over to the YouTube channels and you can watch it over there as well. Because there's quite a few of you on here. And I don't feel like saying F you to all of you. What are we toasting? Tonight, we're going to do these. So we're going to do full wraps, toaster oven. It's going to be, what do I have this bad boy set on? 406 minutes. First time full wraps. So we're going to see how it goes. That is the plan tonight. We've got these guys, and then we got some artwork to test. We're going to see how these go to line up. And then I've actually got stuff to press. These came from ADC. Don't even ask me how to pronounce Ashley's store's name. It's like Alparicum. It's some Harry Potter thing. Dude, I don't know. But if you head over to ADC, I have the link in the description here, you'll be able to head over to our Etsy store and buy those. So we're going to try those. So we got 4 of these we're going to do tonight. We're going to see what happens. All we're going to do is screw it up, right? I mean, that's what I do. You don't know by now. I screw things up so you don't have to. And whatever I do, and I do it wrong, then hey, you are able to figure it out and see what we can do to better. So I'm open to any ideas. Hey, we're this first time doing them, and we're doing them right here live. That's how we do it. We'll see how it all plays out. Aaron's here. Thanks for stopping by, Aaron. Marvin's here. Marvin, don't tell Ashley that I cannot pronounce her store name. But hey, I'm not good with that. Tanya, hello. And I saw Scoob in here. Scoob, good to see you as well. Okay, so let's get right into this, shall we? So if I take this to here, now you should still be able to hear me. And we're going to see how this is. Now, I was told to, cut it as close as you can on everything, because otherwise they suck for wrapping it over. So, hey, I'm gonna do what you guys tell me to do, and then we're gonna make it work from there. So let me kick this out of the way. We'll get here, and I guess we do need some heat tape. That's always a plus. Now, my assumption is that I'm gonna line it up here. right? And I'm going to bring it here. And then I'm going to try and make it as even as possible all the way around, top and bottom. And I think that's it, right? I mean, that doesn't look too difficult. Jeez, you guys are making it sound like this is crazy. So then we'll put one here in the center and make it nice and tight there. And then there's going to be a little seam there. Now this does not match up. I can see that through here, that this is not going to match up. So we are going to have some weird looking thing here on the back. So let's continue on. Add a couple more pieces of tape. We'll put it in the bag. Now these tumblers came from Johnson Plastic Plus. You can find the link of those to the description. You can find the link to the artwork in the description as well. So yeah, we're gonna line this up to the best of my ability, and we'll see what happens. I might put a couple more pieces of tape there. Am I doing? Someone asked, where's the little thing going? Good evening, good evening. Oh, Ella, you're sore? You're hurt? What'd you do? I didn't even see you. I did not see you. Yes, we can hear me. Good there. Am I doing a smidge over seam? So I'm doing a smidge, just a smidge, a smidge. I think just a smidge or smidge. We'll see how it all pull out and see how it works out, right? So we got that in here, and I think that's good. I mean, there's that there. We'll see how that does if that's too much. There it is on the top. We'll see if that's too much. I guess I could probably bring it right there. Ooh, yeah. So I'm going to bring it there. And then what I'm going to do, so I don't have so much over here, look at this. We're just going to run the scissors right along there. Now, you could probably, do all this measurement and stuff, but yeah, we're just going to use the scissors. And we're just going to cut. And we're just going to make a mess. And then, see, that's still way over. So I can't even cut straight, man. So, yay for me, because I can't cut straight. But I got a housekeeper. She'll be more than happy to come down and clean all this stuff up, because she loves doing that. She literally loves cleaning up after me. So, tumbler, skinny tumbler, bag, put it in. We'll see what happens. Now, I tried, I meant to actually show you guys, and I should find them, but I got some bags that were not even awesomely good. Heat gun, right? Oh, wait. I'm going to fold this bad boy in here, right? Is that right? And they were like 80 sizes too big. Like, I could probably put a small child in them. And I didn't think those were going to be appropriate. So now, we're just going to heat this up and see what happens. Now, you guys know that I should probably put a glove on, because we know this is going to get hot. I have gloves. Why not just go ahead and use them, right? Because we don't need to hurt myself. I mean, that's the thing. So we heat. Now, you tumbler people, not to make it sound crazy, how bad are all the thingamajiggers? Ooh. If we don't get all the wrinkles and stuff up, is it that bad? I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be that bad, but I mean, I don't know. That's what I got you guys for, to tell me how bad is bad. And we'll get better. We got 4 of them to do, so we'll see. I'm going to say that looks pretty good. There's some spot I can thin out. It looks like I can get a lot of that. Oh, yeah. I can get a lot of that out. I'm just more worried about splitting the bag or having some issues, so if I can just do that, then I'm pretty well squared away. So that's what we got, right? I mean, does that look good? That looks good to me. I say we're going to put it in here. Now, in the oven. We're going to put her in the oven. I need to grab my phone and set a timer. Doing 6 minutes, kids. 6 minutes, set a timer. Set a timer for 6 minutes. So.
Okay, 6 minutes and counting.
6 minutes and counting. So I think while that's there, I can see if we have any questions. I can come up with that. We'll go over some other things because, like I said, we've got 6 minutes there. Yes, we did overlap. What if I told you to do the OSC? No. I'm perfectly fine being fat, so I don't want to die. It's cold. I need my winter weight. Jay, good to see you. Sorry, I missed you, Ella. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. The whole thing lining up is a problem. Yeah, that one is not going to line up because the pattern's not made to line up. Lay the blade of the scissors flat if it's bottom and trim, keeps it straight and flush. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. We'll do that on the next one and see how it is. How did Todd die? From working out. It was crazy. Anyone who's showing up as Facebook user, yes, head over to streamer.com/Facebook and you'll be able to get there. How hot is your heat gun? I was on medium. It was hot. It wasn't super. It was so, or no, if I got low and high, 1 and 2, I'm on 1. So not super hot there. Wrinkles are fine. Air isn't. The edge might have some light marks due to the paper wrapping over the top. That's what we're going to find out. Like I said, I've got 4 of them to do. 3 are you going to, I got 2 of them figured out and 1 to not screw up. Where'd you get the bags? So these bags originally came from JDS. The bags that I had tried, I'm getting some other ones coming from Johnson Plastics. That should be next week, I think is what I ordered those for. But these bags that I got from there, I tried some Amazon ones and they were horrible, horrible bags, just horrible. Sarah, would you trim the top of the edge pre-wrapping too? I would think so. Temp. So temp, I have it at 400, 6 minutes. You're gonna have to play around and see. This is what we got. This is what we got from there. 400 degrees, 6 minutes. Did you shrink wrap that in there? Did I shrink wrap that in there? I don't know. I shrink wrap it right here in front of us. Sorry, that was a comment about the cleaning person. Oh, finally made one of your lives. Yes. Well, now you know how to do it. I have no clue who you are. So if you head over to facebook.com/StreamYard, then it'll give permission. Then I can welcome you properly and say thank you for stopping by. You found 6 minutes to be way too long. I'll bake yours for 3 minutes. Well, let's see what 6 minutes looks like. And then we can decide together if 6 minutes is too long and then maybe cut it back to 5. You'll trim it so it doesn't overlap. All right, we're going to see how it is. Have I tried the bags from Condi? I have not tried the bags from Condi. And so while that's going there, I don't even know how much time we got left because I do it the other way. No, go away. Go away. I don't want to see these alerts. I don't want to see whatever. Okay. So let's grab another one. We'll start setting that up. I need to remind me to use my phone. So in this, and like these are part number. There it is. Those are the ones that we're using. And if you head over to Johnson Plastics Plus, we have a code that is in the description that'll save you 10% off. So go ahead and make sure to use that code. Inside here, you'll get 1 tumbler, 1 lid for said tumbler, and a metal straw. So you've got those in there, complete set. Now this design here does look like we'll be able to line some stuff up and get it there. In fact, this wasn't it. It was there. I did make a mark on the other ones to see if it would line up. So we've got this. We'll try and line this up and see how well we can do on it. But you know me, whatever. We'll see what happens with them, right? I mean, hey, we all know me. I'm gonna screw it up because that's what goes on. And not having a timer really throws me off because I don't even know if I have time to start with this. So you know what? I'm not going to. I'm not going to because I don't want to screw that up. And in fact, if I kick this guy a little right here, well, you really can't see it. I can see it starting to bake through on there. So it's looking pretty decent-ish on that. Things that we have upcoming. If you are attending the OSG training that is normally scheduled on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., that is not the case tomorrow. Tomorrow's has been moved to Thursday at 7 p.m. due to our guest presenter had a family emergency that came up, so they're going to do it on Thursday. So no training tomorrow night. It's actually going to be moved to Thursday night. Same bat channel, same bat time. So get over to the members group. You get all the information on that. And if you're not a member, head over to OurSuccessGroup.com. You can find out all the information on how to become a member and all the amazing things that you're going to get with it. Also, The Masters of Success Mastermind group is now open, accepting open enrollment. Sorry, open enrollment, now accepting applications. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to put it. So if you head over to, I know I have that one here. I think so. I need one of those stream decks. OurSuccessGroup.com/MOS, and you can find out more information about that. I don't like not having a timer that I can see to show it properly. Anybody else have a time for me? How long has it been? It seems like this is the longest 6 minutes of my life, and that's crazy to me. Let's see. What else? What do we? She trimmed. I trimmed the top and bottom, then reinforced the top and bottom with more tape before they shrink wrap. Good to know, Sharon. We'll see how this one comes out, and then we'll go from there with it. Streamer.com. There it is, just like that. Tanya's so helpful. Thank you. Like the clear bags over the white bags from Condi. Why do you like the clear over the white? Is there a reason that one is better than the other? JP Bell, look, timer done. Woo, timer done. See, I'm glad I didn't do that. I wasn't even ready. We're gonna do this on the phone next time so I can see. So let's pull this bad boy out of here and let's see what we got. Get it in there, close it. We'll take Aaron's comment down, and there it is. One tumbler. And it does look like I could probably get away with 5 minutes because I can see the browning on that. And let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. Yep. See, we did over the whatchamacallit, the top end. So we're definitely going to have to fix that in the next ones because as we can see, I did that. But other than that, we'll put that right there. We can see on the top, we did have some issues from the fold over there. So what is your way to prevent that? You guys said you're running tape over the top. Is that what you're doing? Is running tape over the top from here? As I can see that. There's the seam. And we knew this one there because this one wasn't made to line up. And you can see I probably should have taped that down there because from just the little bit that was there, it came out. But overall, you can see a little at the bottom too, where it cupped over and kind of did that. I'm seeing if I can get a good enough picture to show you my screw-ups on it. Let me find one that there. Top I can really see. But that's there. We put a lid on it. How does it look? So we put the lid on it. Doesn't look horrible. But there we go. One fun candy cane dipped chocolate latte rimmed dripping whatever thingamacallit done. So now we'll set this bad boy to the side and we're going to see what we can do next and screw that up. Remember, I'm going to use the timer on my phone this time because I want to actually be able to see what I have for time-wise. All right, so I'm going to take your advice. What do we do on this one different? We're going to trim the top and bottom, then reinforce the top and bottom with more tape before shrink wrapping. So should I be taping across this way or around the top? You let me know, and we're going to see how it pulls out because Sarah said exactly what you said. What else? Tumbler, those are nice tumblers with that style lid and straw is awesome. I do love this because it does have a slider on it, and it does have little holes so that way a straw will fit in there as well. So I do really like those. Yes, love the sliders as well. Let's see. Ooh, that just jumped way down. So I'm going to catch up here. Thank you for sharing the designs. Awesome. Let's see. What else do we have here? You have a fancy watch, don't you? It did, but it didn't count back because I was there in the other one, and I was going to screw it up. Sorry if you asked this, but where did you get your oven? This came from a little French place called Super Target. I believe that's where it came from, more affectionately known as Target. It might have came from Walmart. It came from one of your big box deep discount stores. Nothing special, just a convection oven. It's probably like $40 or so on it. So nothing special in there. It's been 6 minutes. Great. I'm glad I know. Nope. So if we can't see you, because we can't see you, and you know who your comment is, if you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, give them permission, then we'll be able to see who you are. Looks like Of Glove is on my supply list. These ones actually came with my barbecue set. So I stole it from my barbecue thing. So it's actually on my list to get from Christmas stuff again, is to have it more. Yeah, I don't think it. Well, this is white, so it looks amazing. This is snow. This is Blizzard. I'm selling it just as it is. This is called Midwest Blizzard, 1985. You know, that's what it looked like. I'm sure we could do that and get away with it. Thanks, Jerry. Tape over the top. Okay, so we'll put the tape over the top there. I like the clear better because if anybody missed it earlier, we were talking about the bags, whether they were clear or white. Robert said he likes the clear better because it's easier to see if there's any issues with the print when you're shrink wrapping the tumbler. Good to know. Nicky, would you still give that to a customer? I'd give this to family. If there was a little one, I mean, this seam, you're going to run into this on that seam. I don't think there's much of anything you can do about it. I don't like how much that is there. I might let a little go, but for my liking, no. You know, a customer might never even notice that, but I do. What would you do? What would you do? Here, take a look at this all the way through. And we're going to put it up there. And you tell me, customer or no customer? Keep that for a display. Give it to a friend, family, whatever for Christmas. Throw it at somebody's door as you're driving away. I don't know. You tell me. What would you guys do? All right. What else do we have here? What temp was I at? 400-ish, a little under 400. Remember last time I used this, I said I needed to get an oven thermometer? Yeah, I didn't do that. So we're at 400-ish, and we'll see how it is. Now I'm kind of jazzed to finally open up my printer. Well, last Christmas. I know, you probably should. And if you do need ink, I believe Marvin is here in the chat. I believe he's ready to go on Epson ink. I think we're going to work together and try and get a couple sets given away, but that's what this was printed on it from Driven by Graphics ink that was used in our converted Epson. So it was a third-party ink in our converted Epson. Paper is the A-sub paper. So that's the setup that I'm using around there. Around the top, make sure there's no gaps. You got yours from Walmart for $75. Good. Yes, tape. Okay. Where did this go? There we go. Let's try it again. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put it here. Not give it to a customer. She would give it to Renee. Not give it to the customer. Would not sell like it. This is interesting. This is what we're finding out here. Display only, no customer. See, you guys are right on it. This is good for a gift to display, something like that. But like I said, that's just way too much up there. It's just too much. Too much. So we'll fit, and that's why we're going to go through all the scripts here. And let me do it so that way you can hit there. You could hide it with a Sharpie for a display piece. Yeah, definitely for display piece, you could get away with doing that. But this, where this is going to go? This is probably going to go in one of the kids' stockings. They're not going to care. Anything to fill up space for them. Printer still in the box too. Take it out of the box. Take your printer out of the box and put it to work for you. Gift or display. Yep. Ready to give away. Christmas rush is delayed when getting listings done. Well, let's get the listings up and let's do it next month, Marvin. We'll get everybody through Christmas, and that'll be a good way to start off the year. Over the top and overlap, so the tape is inside too. Holy craptacular! That's going to be a fun thing. Oh, good. Now we're perfect there, Cheryl. Now it's there. Perfect. Now we can see you. Perfect imperfection. Absolutely. But not sell it or display it, but give it as a gift. Fill with hot chocolate packets and give it to an Amazon driver. Very nice, Sharon. All right, so let's get on this one and see what we can do here. Let's see if we can screw this one up, because that's what we do. So we'll start with a piece of tape, and then we're going to go from there. So I got to remember which way is up and down, and one of these has a little overlap on it. So like this one, I don't think has as much. So I did this one up there. Once we get it all in place, this one I did a little better trim job. It was there. So I don't know. Do you think I need to wrap the tape over that? And this is white too, remember, up here. So I bet I could get away with that. Which one has that one? So where you're going to, that looks pretty close. Pretty close. So we're going to tape that there. Grab another piece of tape. We're going to put that there. And I'm going to tape over that whole seam. And then we'll see how it is. Because I think, then I'll let you guys tell me if I need to if I need to come back and put some other stuff on it. Because we're just going to tape, man. We're just going to tape. That's what we do, is tape. Now, I was told this week that you can do sublimation in your home oven. What's your thoughts on that? I was always under the impression no, because you're going to kill yourself with these outgassings. And then I was told, well, it's a water-based ink, so what kind of toxic fumes is it giving off? So you tell me, can we sublimate in our home oven? Do we need to have a specialty oven just for it? I'm open to hear what your ideas are. So, all right. So I'm going to tape down this seam here, and we'll see how everything looks. And then you'll tell me, do I need more tape somewhere else on it, or if I'm good? Because I said you guys are helping me, and we're gonna together, my friends. We are gonna get this figured out. So, do you think we need to tape over that edge, or do you think we're fine with this one? Let me know, and I'm going to come back through here and see where we at in Coven. In Coven's oven's still in the box from last Christmas. Take it out of that box. Get it to work. I have this on my wish list. I think it's tall enough to stand tumblers in. 1800 watt versus 1500. Fingers crossed. I can't click on the link, so I'll believe you. No in the oven, huh? No oven. Yuck. I guess you can, but why take the chance? Keep it separate. The off gases will contaminate your oven. But if it's water-based ink, what is off gassing? You cannot in your home oven. I don't know. I'd rather not gamble on my health and the health of my family. Convection ovens aren't that expensive. Good to know. With the cost of countertop oven, why risk using a home oven? Well, what are we risking? Are we risking, if this is a water-based ink that's coming, are we risking anything? I don't know. This is great information, isn't it? Because I was told that, throw them in the oven with your dinner and you're good. You will die. Oh, no. I don't want to die. No. Home oven. Connie just did a class in Tumblers. They said no. Too toxic. We go, no. Don't have gases emitting where consumables are used. You probably could, but I'm still worried about off-gassing. And I'll just snack for those 6 minutes. Good point. And house paint is water-based too, but the chemicals to make the paint isn't. Great point, Mike. Great point. Okay, so what do you think? You think I can get away with not taping over the edge on this one? Let me know. I think I'm fine. So with that, you're going to tell me if I'm fine. And they shall remain nameless, but they were a prominent source in the sublimation community. Just because it's water-based doesn't mean there isn't any pigment toxicity. Never in a home oven. Why risk it? You can't use a convection oven for food once used for sublimation. Whoever told it, did they like you? I think they like me pretty good. If it is used for just this and not cooking, why not? You're right. The water is the carrier, not the active ingredient, just like water is the carrier for Roundup. Good point. So tape up the bottom. So you think I should tape up the bottom? Bring it over? Is that what you're saying? Tape it up, bring it across there? Or do you think it's good how it is? Because remember, these mugs, now let me pull one out for you to see. If you didn't check them, if you haven't seen them yet, I'll show you another one. But on these, they do have a slight round to them. So it's not straight, that does have that slight round to them too. So, yes, you can. There we go. Yes, you can. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Run a beater on tape around the top and bottom to reinforce it. Around the bottom so there's no gaps. It was you? I don't know, Aaron. Was it you that told me that? I'm not saying. Run the bottom so there's no gaps. I would tape to make sure you get enough pressure at the ends to print. What is the price of the mugs? I'm not 100% sure right off the top of my head what the price of them are. I'd say between $8 and $10 if I had to guesstimate it. So we should run tape around the bottom, huh? All right. I don't think we need it, but like I said, you guys are the smart ones, and if you guys tell me I need it, I'm gonna go ahead and believe you and say, okay, let's put some tape on the bottom and see what happens, because this just means I really got to get going on the next one. Otherwise, we'll be here all damn night just taping shit, and that doesn't sound like lots of fun, doesn't it? So I just keep bringing that in there. I bet, can I do, all right, so we're going this way. What, can I go this way with it? Can I come around here and do that with it? I mean, right? I can, right? I mean, there's nothing telling me I can't do it that way. Is that how you would do it? They came from Johnson Plastic Plus. If you use the code that's in the description, it'll save you 10% off of it. Either trim as close to the bottom or dampen the edge with a wet sponge before you shrink wrap. Ooh, that's a great idea. And you fibbed. Usually around $10. Yeah, these ones were 8 to 10, somewhere in there. That's what I do. Go around this way? Okay. Now the wet sponge, tell me more about this. Wet sponge around the end of it, so it wettens the paper and then allows it to conform. That totally makes sense. Now, how wet? Just, a dampness so it allows it to do it. Any other issues that might happen from that we need to be aware of? Because, I would be open to try anything, because, hey, you're going to show us what to do, and I'm going to show you why not to do it. Okay. So I think we got it pretty good here. And the top's white, so I think we're just going to leave the top and we're going to see what happens. Right? Because we're going to live dangerously. That's what we're going to do. We got our bag. We're going to throw it in our bag. And now when you guys do bags, do you put them in the center or do you go to a side? Are you a center person? Or do you go to the side? Let me know which way you guys go. That way too. So around it. Okay. I'm going to skip this over here. So I have a timer. That's it there. What did we decide? I think 6 minutes worked good on this. Didn't look brown. Everything looked good there. So we're going to stick with 6 minutes on this and see what happens. So I do need my glove because we are going to work with heat and we are going to burn it. It's just damp or the paper will tear if too wet. Totally makes sense. Whoa, what did I do here? I did that and I clicked something. There we go. I clicked something wrong. Center. Okay. At what point does all the taping permit even the profit? That's a great question. That is a fantabulous question because, I think if you've got it down, that's one thing that we've talked about plenty of times in all of our OSG training is, what does it actually cost you to make something? And that time needs to be accounted for. Because you're doing all this and going through it all here, how much is it actually costing us to go through and do all this? And are you making money at it? Oh yeah, I gotta pull this in here, don't I? All right. I'm gonna hold it. Whatever. So that's a great question there. And for those that are doing these on the regular, for people like Aaron that might not know what that means, have you taken into account how long it actually takes to do this process of it? I mean, yes, we're going to show, as this one's in here, we're going to get that other one done. So if you get a good setup going, you're going to, and you can put multiples in there. I think I can probably fit 4 of these in there. And I do believe it's like add a minute and a half or so for each extra one you have in there. So those are all things that, it's all part of this testing thing. You need to figure out what are the limitations of what you're doing, what's the cost of what you're doing, so that way you can make money. You may look at it as like, man, I'm selling these at $25 because I've got $10 in this and I've got 11 in that, and here's all my overhead and I'm doing good with it. But when it comes down to it, if you're only making $5 an hour, is it worth it doing? And that's where a lot of times you really need to look hard at that. And just because everybody else is doing something at a price, if you lose, or if you're losing money doing it at that price, why do it? I mean, why not let everybody else do it, and you just have them do it, and you add a couple bucks to it, and there you go. You make your money that way. So, pricing is something that we have talked about time and time again. And if you're new to the industry, I highly, highly recommend checking out our success group, because in January we'll be doing our 5 keys. That's really, to launching and growing your business. And that's going to go over, pricing per profit, knowing what it actually costs you to run your shop, knowing what your overhead is. It's going to have some marketing in there. It's going to have some workflow. It's going to have some production in it, some delivery and follow-up. So there's going to be quite a bit in there. And so if you're not, you should definitely look to sign up for that. All right. So we got the timer here. And then I'm going to go back and we got that set. So that's going there. We're putting that guy in there. Ta-da. Start the timer. 6 minutes. Let's see where we are. So yeah, that was a great question on that. Center it. Okay, that's what I was doing there. Center, center, center. Why not leave it longer and cut several slips and fold it over the edge? Well, like on my 11 by 17 paper, I can fit 2 of them here. So if I go longer, I can only fit 1. So now I'm wasting arm going up to the paper. So that would be why. $9.50 each without a discount. So between $8 and $10. I was good. Cost of the cup from JPP. Thank you very much, Renee. Where did that one go? I thought the cool thing about the clear shrink wrap is that you can put it directly in the oven and it will shrink in there. That is a good thing as well. It'll finish shrinking up there and getting in there. So does the white not do that? I'm not 100% sure. Put all that prep time in your costs, sir. Absolutely. So you're going to do a dozen of these minimum to find out how long it takes you to do it. At least a dozen of them to see, hey, okay, how long does it take me to do this? What do I have in this? You're going to need to, that's the best way to do it. You need to have that run. How long does it actually take me to do this? And then figure out your pricing with that. Also, the tape at the top will help prevent the shrink wrap from sticking to the cup. Good to know on that. I was just about to ask if the extra bulk inside convection changes how well these sell. So if you're going to put more in there, yeah, I think it's just like anything else. When you add more, you got to add more time to it. I think it was like 1.5 minutes or so per tumbler. I'm sure somebody here will tell me otherwise. Steph, thanks for stopping by. Darren, glad you could join us. We've got 2 more to do, so you got plenty of time. You're late, and I have no clue who you are. So if you head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission, we can find out who you are. Or if you head over to LiveOSG.com or go to YouTube.com/FatDadWholesale and watch on the YouTube channel, then we can definitely see who you are. What size piece of paper did you print it on? 11 by 17 A sub paper. I printed out on our Epson printer that's been converted using inks from Driven by Graphics from our friend in here, Marvin. I think he's still in here in the comments, so you'll be able to see him. Losing money is a hobby. Making money is a business. Exactly, Darla. Darla, we should put that on a shirt. Aaron, get on top of that. Losing money is a hobby. Making money is a business. Absolutely right. And Sarah welcomes Darren here. Let's see. Have you tried taking out the rack and placing the tumbler stand in the middle of the oven? I have not. This is all I've done is putting it is done it that way. I'm sure I could, right? If I wanted to, I pull that out and put it in there, and then I could probably. There's the 2 bars that go across the top, so I'm not gaining anything by it. Maybe I could fit 6 in there doing it that way, maybe. But it's something that we'll definitely have to try. Agreed. But when do I price myself off the market? When your margins fall below your acceptable amount. Sometimes it's just not worth doing it. There are things that we have that, we will make 10% off of. It's just part of it. People need them, people want them, and we know that going into it. Having your baseline, here's my break even, here's what I'm comfortable making with that. Now, remember, when we're pricing these things, so if I price this off and I run through my pricing calculator, and then at the end, I've got my profit, When I'm doing that, I've already paid for our labor in it because I have that in our overhead. So I know that, at least labor is getting covered with that, and then there should be some percentage points on top of it for profit of the total job. So you do have some room to play, but you do, it's hard. There's a lot of stuff that I see out there that people are doing, when you see these shirts that people are going, 4 or 5 color shirts for $12 and, it's a 4XL shirt. There's no way they're making money off it if you just don't know any better. You just came in. What is your temp setting? So it's 400-ish. I think I want to say just under 400. Need to get a temp for this bad boy. And now that we're moving stuff home, we're going to start setting up the office a little different so that way we'll be able to do this and have some good stuff here. There you go. We got 1:40. So I like being able to see on there. So did 6 minutes, right about 400 degrees. These are 20-ounce skinny tumblers from JP Plus. They are like 9 something, I think is what Renee found us for. But if you use the code that's in the description here, you'll be able to save 10% off of it as well. You don't tape the bottom or top edges. I leave the top edges about 3/8 over and fold it inside. Trim the bottom as close, then dampen with a sponge. Great suggestions there, Karen. Thank you for that. And we'll see how it'll come out from there. Let's see. Don't get the white spots at all. Awesome. I need to get gloves on, and then I need to click this off here. So we're going to get ready for that. We'll get this glove on here, and then, because that one is going to go off in 46 seconds. What else do we do? Just need a cool design to go with that slogan. I think you're an amazing design. Standing up, it's laying down right now. Don't sell yourself short because your customers are cheap. 1,000%. Mildred, thanks for joining us. Cheryl, I've seen people do that sublimation and powder coating and convections of them. They have it on its side. So some say no, you don't, and some say it's okay. What are your thoughts on that? Mine are laying down, and I think it's doing fine. That's how we've done it. Is laying them down here. Hey, yeah, I'm trying to. We're trying to see if we can screw up. I didn't miss anything because I'm running. No, we've got 2 more to do. We've done 1. We've got 2 more. Does the heat gun not start the release of the gas? Ooh, look. No, because you're not hitting it for hot enough for long enough. So let's pull this out of here and see what we got. All right. That didn't stick to the paper. It's just stuck to me because, we tape some of this stuff, right? So this is always the fun part of getting the stuff off there, right? Anybody got a fun trick for that? To get it off when you have gloves in here without scraping everything up? Because I'm all ears for that. Because I think I'm going to have to pull this glove off here and try not to burn myself. But I think that's part of the game. When you're doing sublimation, you got to have like asbestos hands, because if you don't, it's just going to take time. Oh, that is really hot. That is really, really hot. So all your taping just made it a little more difficult for me to get in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, my friends, we're cooking with fire or convection oven that I'm going to make dinner on later, and then I'm going to eat, and I'll show you guys. So, oh yeah, we taped the hell on the bottom, didn't we? So we'll see how we did on that bottom. Ta-da! 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 Clean up this mess a little. We'll give that a second to cool. And we'll see what you guys think of this and what we got here. So, here it is. Whoop. We'll get this comment down here so you can actually see. All right. There it is. I'm full of Christmas spirit because there's booze in my go-go. So going back around, you can see that we weren't 100% perfect right there. You can see where it's off just a little right there. But bottom-wise, I think we did pretty good. There's one little spot right there. But when it's sitting upside down, you can see it just a little right there. So that is that one. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. There we go with that. And there's that one. So now let's give it another go with another one and see how we can screw this one up. We're going to try more tape and see what we can do. Now, these were the designs that I got from those first two designs came from designbundles.net. They ran a special last week with like dollar sales and stuff. I got them from there. These ones here, the pencil ones, the glitter pencil ones, came from ADC, the Alpaca Com, Alperi, whatever, some Harry Potter person tell me whatever the hell that means. But Ashley Dodd is the owner of that store. You can find her over at Etsy. It's a Pararachium, it's a something. I have the link in the description, so that way you're able to find it there. Let me get some questions and see if we have it. What did we think how that one turned out before we get onto this one? Let's see, what do we have here? You do a lot of these. I have several. Afraid to mess them. You gotta try them, Jerry. You're gonna screw them up, and that's why I said always get at least a dozen of stuff when you're first starting it off. Yeah, and thanks for stopping by. Where else did we go here? A bunch came through here that I didn't see. All right, done all my subcuts laying down, no issues. Yep, same here, and so far so good. What if you warp the image so it lined up better? Well, these ones are a straight cylinder, so you shouldn't have that issue, but you can totally do that to try and get things better. It's just all in the skill of continuing to do it. I've done a few, haven't had to trash one yet. Awesome. Definitely don't let that cool get harder. I'm not doing that. No way. I always burn myself. I mean, that's just part of it. If you're in sublimation, you haven't burnt yourself. If you're in heat transfer vinyl, you haven't burnt yourself. You're not doing it right. Everybody burns themselves at least once. In the oven laying down. Yep, that's why we have it, is I have it in there laying down. Not standing up right now. One glove off. Use fingernails. That's what I ended up doing. Perfect. I bought the same oven and brand new. The temps off by 30 degrees, so I set mine at 430-ish. Good to know there. Fold a corner back that overlaps a tiny bit on the paper. Another great tip. Tweezers to pull off the tape. Oh, I do have tweezers somewhere. I don't know if I have them close by. So that's a great tape. That's a great one there. Thank you. Supply list, please. So if you check the description of here, you can see where we got the tumblers from. The tumblers came from Johnson Plastic Plus, and there's a 10% code that's in there. Paper or the bags we actually got from JDS. The artwork came from Ashley Dodd over at ADC. Thank you for testing, Kate. That's what I'm here for. That's why we need to start a thread of what you guys want to see and that you're having difficulties, and I'll order some stuff in and we'll see what we can do and what we can screw up and what I can break, because that's what I'm good at, right? You're welcome. Thank you. Do one end of your tape back on itself so you have something to grab onto. That makes perfect sense as well. Looks good. Thank you. Looks good. All right. Make the vertical strip of tape down the seam. Have a little dog ear when it goes inside it. Good thinking there, Terry. If you burn yourself enough, you no longer have fingerprints for crimes. I did not hear that or know anything. Here we go. Aparicium. Aparicium Design Company on Etsy. Aparicium. That would be good. I don't know what Pilar did. Or sub a mask and then add bling. Yes, you could definitely sub a mask and add bling to it. Can't wait to play with sub. Just got my inks in. Still have a ton to learn. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. And then we're here to help you out with it. All right. Let's get with this bad boy and see what we can do and go from there. All right. So I'm going to get tape ready. So I have that. I'm going to put this bad boy on here. And it's going to be simple enough to wrap, This one, it looks like we might get, we'll see how everything ends up. But this one, it looks like a little closer. A little bit closer now. I was smart. So on this, we have a line, right? You can see the line here, the line here. I made, I don't know if you can see it there, 2 little marks here. So I knew where they were on each side. So I know where I need to line stuff up at. So that's going to kind of help me keep things kind of in place, I'm hoping. All right, so we'll put that one there. And we're going to put this one. That one lined up. That one's lined up. So we'll put that one there. And one here at the bottom. And then we'll start our crazy tape. And then you guys are going to tell me what I should tape next. Yeah, see, we got that lined up. Just like that. I think you can see them in there. All right, so we'll run down the seam here. And we're going to, apparently there's a kid that's getting beat upstairs. That's always amazing. You know, I asked for an hour. I asked for an hour once a week, man. It was all part of moving home. I was like, hey, I just need like an hour. Do you think you can do that for an hour? Try not to murder the kids. And you know how that goes. When you have a kid, you know, they're not going to do that. They're like, hey, guess what? I want to be amazing all day. And then the minute that, you know, dad needs to do something or somebody needs to do something, I'm totally going to like set the house on fire. And then that's just the way it is. It's going to be amazing. And we just live with it. So next up, I'm going to be building a soundproof room. And we'll see how well that works out. And hopefully it works out well. I'll look, I put my dog ear on there. Okay. So we're saying we need to trim and trim, right? Is that what we're saying here? All right. So we're gonna actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try, that's down here pretty close. And then do we trim at the top? You think we could do that? No, I got that piece of tape there. So do we trim at the bottom? Do we trim both? Do we use the tape? You guys are stressing me out on this one. So I think I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna fold over like you guys suggested there, and then we're gonna see what happens. Because, you know, it's good like that. So we're gonna fold over nice and tight. But see, I think that's gonna, I'm not 100% sure I like that, because I think it's gonna create that crease there, even though it rolls over. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna cut this bad boy. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. And then, so I don't have as much craziness, we're going to go with that. Then I'll run the tape with it. So we'll have that right there. Then I'll run the tape with it, and we'll see what we get on this. Because why not, right? So now, my friends, now we're starting to make sense. So we're going to continue on this little journey here, and we're going to make this nice and pretty, and then we'll figure out this top. So you guys are going to help me decide what to do with this top part, and then we'll figure it all out from there, because I don't know yet. You're going to tell me. Because like I said, you guys are the smart ones. I'm just the one that tries stuff to see what works and doesn't work. All right. So that's taped up there at the bottom. Now, so you're thinking I should fold this over, or should I trim that off? Fold over or trim off? Let me see in your comments here and see what have I missed during this fun thing here. He must say, oh, good thinking there. $25 ish. I don't remember what $25 ish was. Is that what you're selling cups for? Is that what you're selling for? Oh, okay. Do your tumblers for $3.50 for 6 minutes. What does it? I don't know. It's not my store name, so I don't know. I fit 2 cups in mine. Yeah, you totally fit 2 in here. 2 of 2. Yeah. See? Something. Way to go, Renee. Thanks for that. I just got off a conference call at work where one of the guys' kids asked him every 10 minutes what was for dinner. That's amazing. The joys of parenthood. I know. This is why I'm done having kids. I'm done. There's no more kids coming in here. Right? That's totally true there. Soundproof. Right? I totally need to do that. Have fun there. Good luck. Make tons of sales. Why are we trimming? So I don't get that crazy fold over. Because if you missed it on the one, we had some issues with the creasing on it. And you can kind of see it a little more at the bottom of that one. So like trimming it, I shouldn't have that, but I'm waiting to see on the thing. Yeah, that's exactly how this works here. Look, thank you so much for putting that in there. Down to 20 or 10 or more. Okay. What else do we have here? The top dog ears usually bit that'll stick inside. Okay, the top of the dog ear, I usually have a bit that'll stick. So should I trim the rest of this and leave that there? And then that's the part there? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that and see what happens. So I need to get that off here. And I'm going to trim that bad boy there. And then I'm just going to run my scissor line right along that. And if you don't notice, I'm left-handed. And so this is always fun cutting stuff when you're left-handed because nobody likes left-handed people. So they make everything backwards for us. All right. So we're trimming that off there. I guess I could have trimmed this off. See, that's why you can't trim stuff great. It's just not fun. Okay. So now that part will go in there. Now we'll put it in the bag. We'll heat it up. We'll throw it in the oven. We'll see what happens, right? And we'll go from there. So we've got this one in the bag. We got our bag somewhat centered. Get my glove on so I don't burn myself because the stuff does get hot, you know, and you want to have protection on. So let's see what happens, right? So we'll get that going here. Now, like I said, this oven, you know, came from Walmart, you know, $40, $50 oven, whatever it was. It's nothing crazy, spectacular, anything like that. And this is what we're doing. Bags, you can pretty much find them at any of your Sublimation vendors. Bags, wraps, they all seem to have different styles and kinds. Some are sleeves, some are white, some are clear. This is what we got. Now, those ones that are doing a lot of them, how are you doing it? Are you starting in the middle? Are you going to go to the top? Are you coming around here? Are you looking at me and cringing, thinking, what the hell is he doing wrong? You know, because you know me, I'm up to it all, baby. I don't care. I'm trying to get so you can see all this stuff come clear here. Because we said it's not so much the wrinkles as it is the air. And so for me, what I would do is I would do a bunch of these and get them pre-done. You know, get them to this point, so that way, you know, you're just throwing them in the oven and then pulling them off and then doing that part of them. Otherwise, you know, it takes time. I mean, you've got minutes to kill while it's in there. So why not, you know, do it right? And I think that's good. Maybe. You know, because if you do heat it too much, it can split too, and you don't want that. All right, so let's get our timer back open. Let's look at me. There's timer. That guy is going back in the oven. Go in the oven, my friend. We're going to start you up for 6 minutes. And we're going to see how everything plays out. Because we've got 6 minutes. I'll clean up my mess somewhat here. And by mess, I just throw it on the floor. And then we've got one more to do until this next one comes out. So where are we? Questions, comments, concerns? Where are we on everything? Like I said, remember, if you joined us late and you're here, part of the OSG community, remember tomorrow's training has been moved from tomorrow to Thursday night at 7 p.m. Any of this stuff here, you can find in the description. The tumblers came from Johnson Plastics Plus. The artwork came from, it was listed here earlier. It's in there. I said it 3 times, and usually 3 times I usually remember it. But I was so wrong on that. Welcome. Left-handers is we get it. Left-handers are what it is. They make left-handed scissors. Yeah. If anybody knows me in scissors, I buy them about 2 dozen at a time because I lose them. I leave them places. I've known to throw them away when we clean it up and put the stuff there. So when I can buy 15 pair of scissors for like $15, yeah, I just get used to it. Oven gloves. I got these. They actually came in a barbecue set. Both of them did, and I actually need to get another set dedicated for barbecue or here because I commandeered these ones. So maybe for Christmas I'm going to end up with some more of those. Would it be easier to eat it on one of the cup turners? Easier to heat it? Probably not, because I mean, you probably could. It's just another step there. Lefties, we are in our right mind. That is correct. Bake them like cookies. Absolutely, bake them like cookies. We've got 4 minutes left to go on that. I had a call. I put the seam of the bag over the top of the tape to help with unzipping. Good thinking there, too. I didn't even think of it. Is the owner of that shop here now? No, I don't believe Ashley is here now. Marvin, who I get my ink from, is here now, though. And he's actually an admin in her group. She's got a design group. She does laser blanks. She just got an embroidery machine. They've got a Marvin, what's the name of that group that you guys ran over there? A lot of good stuff over there, a lot of good blanks. Really good community of good people that are over there as well, too. I do the same and go to the store. Yeah. I'm late, but here, and I don't know who you are. So if I can't see who you are, you're coming up this way, go ahead and head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, give them permission, and then we're able to see you. I looked around her shop today and put a bunch of stuff in my cart. Yay! Yeah, she does have a lot of nice stuff in there. 2 years ago, that's what we did all of our Christmas stuff in the store. It was from everything out of her shop. So she's rocking it out and killing it. So give her some love over there till I said, hey, what's up? So we've got 3 minutes on that. We've got one more to do, so I'll get that one out of the box ready to go for the next one. Now we'll pull that up and out. We'll get her ready to roll. Like I said, these came from JDS, and Renee figured out the pricing on it was like $9.50. So, and then you can use the code that's in the description and save another 10% off those. 3 minutes. I don't think I can get this taped in 2.5 minutes, so I'm just not going to chance that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to find my mark and see where that guy is and make a little mark. Where is it? Right there, and a little mark right there. So I have 2 marks to line up, and then I'm going to do the same thing here, where I got my mark there, and then my mark here. So that way I know where to line those 2 up. So I got that prep work done. What else you got for me? We got 2 minutes here. What else do we have going on? Like I said, training got moved from there. Aaron's, Reggie's. Holy crap. So this is the last week for voting for the Reggies. We've got a lot of people in our group that are nominated for stuff. OSG is nominated for quite a few things. I'm nominated for things. Aaron's nominated for things. Pilar's nominated for things. Kelly's nominated for things. Tanya's nominated for things. Who am I missing that's here? So if you head over to, I believe I have that one in here. Two Regular Guys /Reggies. Actually, it's tworegularguys.com/2020_Reggies. If you head over there, you can vote. Really appreciate your vote. And, go ahead, check out the other people there. There's a ton of great people there, but this is the last week for voting. Voting ends at 5 p.m. Central on Thursday. So be prepared to get bombarded with reminders to vote this week because, hey, get out there and rock the vote, like MTV used to tell me to do. There it is. Because I can't say that. So ADC, but yeah, there's the head over there. So she's got a lot of great stuff with her. Marvin has a lot of cool blanks as well that he sells through there. I'm not sure if he has them listed on the site. I haven't looked that far into it, but I know last week he had quite a few awesome things that they are selling out over there. So check them all out over there. So groups /Aparicum, whatever. Design company. We really need to work on that for you. Christine, yes. But I didn't see Christine. Is Christine here? If Christine's here. I was trying to get everybody that was here. So remember to go vote. All right, we probably got enough time. Oh, look, that 23 seconds. So we'll get our glove, and we'll see how bad we screwed these ones up. And go from there, because we still got one left to do. And look, we went way over. We're going way over. Man, sorry I'm keeping you guys along for so long. I didn't mean to. I'm going to keep you here another at least 15 minutes, I think. Stop that. Bring this guy out here. Did you see that? I almost used my thumb to put that back in there. Look at this. I'm going to use my handy dandy scissors. And, ooh, look, the tape almost worked. Almost worked. Almost. It tore. The damn dog ear tore. All right. But I'm going to muscle my way through this, kids. That is hot. Just remember that the paper so much isn't hot, but when you get the plastic or the tape, it's hot. Woo! Look at this magnificent piece of machinery we have here. All right, so screwed up the bottom. So let's start with that. I haven't tried taping, see? So that was the first spot that I seen there. But that's where my seam is. And if you look close, you can see it. I mean, if you really are looking for it. So I need to do better taping more this way on that next one. Bottom, still had some issues. Still had some issues down here at the bottom. So I do, and I taped this too. I went this way. So maybe instead of taking the tape around this way and film it that way, I need to come across. What's your guys' idea? What's the best way? Should I get the sponge and do it that way? What do you think? At the top, we've got a few little dingers up there that didn't 100% take at the top. But overall, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with the teacher's gift for that. Lord knows they're not perfect with my kid, right? So, yeah, that turned out pretty sweet. So we'll do another one, and we'll see how we get this one to turn out. And then we'll show off all of the stuff that we've made tonight, and then go from there. So get your questions, comments, get all that stuff in here. We're going to I'm going to burn through this one. Let's see what else. I'm going to see what else. What am I missing in here? Amazon. I'm not sure what the link is. Subbing cups in the room. Keep talking. I'll keep talking. Aparicium. Appa? Is that Appa? Am I saying that right? Aparicium. Maybe. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Here's how the sponge works. Me too. Looks nice. Sorry late. Well, hey, busy day. Let's stick around. One more. We're going to do it. Never heard of that before. What is the sponge method? That's what we're going to try. Probably not, though, because that would mean I would need some assistance from somebody elsewhere in the house to get me a sponge with water. And I definitely don't know if that's happening because, I don't know if there's bloodshed going on, and I don't want to get involved in that. So the less I know, the better I am. Because I'm down here with you, and you guys are my alibi, but I have nothing to do with whatever. So we get our tape, and we'll put her on here. And then we're going to see what we can do again about this. All right. So put a piece of tape right there. And said I've got those two pieces set up. There, my mark there. And my mark there. Is that right? My mark there and there. So by making that tight along there, we're going to see what happens. And then that should go there, and then that should go there. So I'm going to use more tape going east-west instead of north-south and see if that stops at that crazy blur. And then we're going to see what we can fix for top and bottom rim. And then go from there. Because that's what we do. We just keep testing and going, and testing and going. So, tape all along there. Now, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to run this piece of tape up here. And then, my friends, I'm going to put a piece of tape like this. Then that should let me pull that off there. We'll see. I mean, all it can do is not. And see, you can see where there's those raised parts, and that's what I'm trying to do is tape those down now. And we'll go from here. And then I'll see what the questions are before we get to that next one. And we'll go right there. And I think, my friends, we're good on the tape. I mean, probably not. But That's tape. Okay. I've seen on some of the Facebook pages that folks have used masking tape to go around the cup instead of clear shrink wrap. Any opinions? I don't know. I've never tried the masking tape. This is the first time that I've done these cups full wrap in here. Usually it's traditionally one side or the other, and we're using the mug press for it. So you are seeing my first experience with using full wraps in the bags in an oven. So I don't know. So hopefully somebody can tell me if that works for them or not. Paper has to touch all of the surface for the picture to fully transfer. Might need tape on the top and bottom. Have a tight taping along the seams. Exactly. And that's what we're debating, because on some of them it does have there, but to bring that across, do I tape coming across or around? And when coming around, I think I caused parts to come up that way. Eric, good to see you. I tried the masking tape and it worked, but hot masking tape is really messy and sticky. I don't like it. Good to know, Sharon. I was wondering that after the fact. Yeah, I bet that was a fun little heat mess to get around. All right, so we're gonna tape up the bottom, and we're gonna tape up the bottom. Tape up the bottom, because I can see where it's creating these little things. So, oh no, you didn't. Yeah, you did. You tried, buddy, and I wasn't letting you. Like, tape dispenser tried eating the tape, and then we know how that is not fun. So we're gonna continue to tape, and I think what I'll do. So is this what everybody else is doing? They're taping the whole bottom this way? Or are they doing some other fun tape that I have no clue about? Or should I be taping? Like I said, we did this way, right? The object is to just get it as tight on there as possible. And I think it's almost like when you do the all-over press shirts, you're going to have some smiles, kids. And, it's not going to be perfect every time. Everything's a learning thing, so you want to make sure that you're learning, earning, right? Is that how this? I didn't even grab anything to drink. Not that I need like booze or anything, but to wet my whistle. I just sat here and continued to talk. I guess I could have been doing this on this side, so you guys could have seen what I was doing. Okay, so now that we're up here, because that's taped down there, we are going to. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to bring this one around here, and then I'll come back and tape that so you can see that. But I need to come around here, and boom, like that. And then I need to fold that there. And we'll tape that guy there. Now, I believe, if I run some tape around here, we should be maybe okay. See, that's the thing, is I need to put the camera on the other side, because with me being left-handed, I think I need to be the other way. And I really don't. I need to be this way. So whatever. I mean, you're getting the gist of it, right? I mean, we'll get all this camera stuff figured out one day. One day, I promise you. And I have a whole production crew in here that takes care of all this for me. But then that would lose the whole fun of it, right? You didn't see me screw up, but then you would see me screw up from like 12 angles, which I think would be, kind of funny, because I think I'm a funny guy. All right. So there, we got it taped up. We're gonna see what happens. We got her in the bag, and we'll go from there. All right, let's see if questions before we got it there. Currently, silicone mats type around my cups and secure. That's right. I started it prior to shrink wrap became available. Yep, the silicone I used to use. I still got some over on the shelf of the wraps over there that we use. Dedicated craft oven. It is, but you can cook in it. I was told that this week, so I'm not going to try it, but you can. Facebook, I have no clue, so head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then we can find out who you are. Does anything get inside the cup? Nope. Couple stay in. So we have this in here. We got one more to do. We'll turn it on. We'll push it all the way down here at the bottom. Like I said, center it up. turn it on. Get that bad boy rocking and rolling. And we'll start moving it along, right? Move it along, move along, little doggy. Let me heat you up. Not eat you up, heat you up. And then we'll start to come back here. Look at all this fun stuff that's going to come out, right? That's probably another mess, isn't it? Only one way to find out is when we do it. I think we'll be fine. It mostly came out. We'll hit it again. We'll get all the big stuff out of there. We'll come across. I'll make sure I hit the edges really good. Now, have any of you had bags split open when you're doing this? You got too hot in one spot and it split open, and then you start it over? I had that happen. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, I could be the only one because I didn't, we just know that I don't need to be perfect at everything, but I want to know how everything works. So when somebody asks me, hey, have you tried doing this? I can say, yep, go back and watch the Tuesday with Todd where we did this, and we tried to see what worked and what didn't work. And we found that we had to do this, this, and this. So like I said, that's where I need your guys' help on what kind of things you want to see me try and do next. Because that's what we're here for. It's all learning. So if you can help me help other people, then I think that's a win-win-win across the board. I've got, I think, some heat transfer vinyl we're going to try next week. I had the new stuff from Stalls, so we're going to try that. All right. And we'll turn on here and see what we got here. And let's see, timer. Here we go. We got that guy in there. Start the timer. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Let's see what happens. Well, there it is. Herm forgot StreamYard. Welcome, Herm. Good to see you. Not split, but too hot that they melded into the cup. Huge mess. Oh, that does not sound fun at all there. Steph, do you feel like you get better pressure with silicone wraps, or is it just easier because you have to try and peel the hot shrink wrap? I don't have them handy right there, do I? I was going to show them, but I think it depends on what you're doing, because you still got to tape that because you still have that seam where everything connects there. So I'd be interested to know as well. You're getting much better at the shrink wraps. Hey, like I said, it just takes time. You just got to put it. Oh, what'd you say? I can't deduce an accurate opinion on that as I haven't used the shrink wrap yet. But from watching Todd here, the shrink wrapping step is more time consuming and looks more difficult to remove. That it does seem very time consuming. So I think this is the easy way to get into it because of the silicone wraps. If you want to do 612 mugs or whatever, you're gonna have 612 wraps to have them go. Whereas this, you can buy what are the bags? Pennies on the dollar for it there. Tape over the hole if it melts. Good to know. Just tape over the hole and we'll see what happens. I need to get off gassing on the silicone wrap stuff. I'm learning so much tonight. So I have seen it on the wraps if there is not a protective sheet in there, where I have wraps that I have got that bleed through on it as well. Difficult to remove after the baked silicone mats. Yeah, just unhook the wrap. One times cost from that as well. Less waste. And I know Renee is all about the waste of not having the waste. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. I could probably spit some bars if I really had a good beat. If somebody could give me a beat, I can rock out a decent little freestyle sublimation and see where we go. Start my timer. 3 minutes, 59 seconds. I did start the timer. What else? You can get full bleed with the wraps also. How's the seam on those? Because you got that there. Are you putting it on the other side so then the seam is on the opposite side of where you're putting together the silicone wrap at? Shrink wraps came from JDS. Tumblers came from JP Plus. Artwork came from Apariacom ABC over on Etsy. All the links are in the description. It's been 1:45. Oh, look, I've got 3 minutes and 23 seconds left, so I'm good there. Using the same oven, and I took racks out to stand up. Wraps liquefied during heating. Do you not get marks from the grates laying down? Nope, haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, I haven't seen any marks or anything on it there. I got it laying there and across the thing, and no issues as of yet. Sorry, I meant shrink wrap full bleed. Yes. Oh, shrink. What was the other one? You can get full bleed with wrap also. Full bleed and shrink wrap with full bleed. Yeah, because we're doing it both. That's what we've done. Is we've had the full bleed there, which we've got a few minutes. So if you're just joining us, we got this guy here, which we knew we were going to have an issue with the seam here because this is not a seamless design. So we knew we were going to run into an issue with that one. We did a little better on this guy. Oh, look, Coco. There's booze in it. Did a little better. Still not perfect, but not bad either. Not horrible. So everything still came through on that one. And then the one in the oven is just going to be like this one that we have here. We'll pull it out in 2 minutes. And that one came out. I think that one came out pretty good. There are some issues down here at the bottom that you can see with it. Right there. I guess I can put it right there. You can see where some of those are. You can see, if you look good, you can see where that seam is. But for the most part, we did line it up pretty dang good. So if you're looking at it from there, here's the thing. When you're giving it as a teacher's gift, dude, their teacher aren't going to care. They're like, oh, I got something, thanks. So we'll see how this one came out any better. And you go there. Because like I said, you don't teach my kid perfect, you're not getting a perfect gift because nobody's perfect, right? It's all having the fun, And the kids saw these and thought they were cool. And I said, let's get them and we can make them for your teachers. And that's just what we did. This glove, yeah, has got to go on here. We have 1:23. What else have I got here? Using same okay. We got that one. Shrink got that one. Which wraps did you use? There's not a link for those. I'll put it in there. I thought I did, so I missed that. 2 at a time? Yeah, you can totally do 2 at a time. I think you got to add 1.5 minutes. On all of your substrates that you buy from any of the vendors, you go into it and it'll have the application procedures, and it'll tell you if you're adding more, how much time you get with it. And really, it all comes down to testing. We know that. What is what might work on this oven for me here might not work for you there. So it comes to testing. As I said, the first time you get something, get a dozen of them at least, and plan on ruining a dozen of them to figure it all out. How are the colors coming out in person? I think they're coming out stupendously. I'll try and get better pictures of them, but I think the colors are coming out magnificent. I'm not seeing anything burnt. I'm not seeing any color change there. I can see my blacks are black. My reds are red, so I can see that. Here, that black on there it's pretty spooktacular, if you ask me. Like I said, you can see, did we catch it? Right there. That's right where that seam is. But, yeah, lined it up. I think everything came out pretty stellar on that. And this is a Epson printer, 7610, converted with inks from, oh, daddy, what am I going to do? We'll talk about that as we pull out here. Driven by Graphics Inc. is where those come from. We'll turn this off because we're done with that guy. We're going to go in here, and I got that dog ear bad boy over there. So we'll pull that there. We're going to try this. Oh, looky. At least got some off. And it's stuck to me. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot, folks. It's hot. It's hot. But, like I said, ta-da! Get that hotness out of the way. And let's see where we're at. So, not as bad there at the bottom. So I'm definitely gonna try and I'm gonna play with the whole water thing and see how that might make it better, because you can see there is a little there at the bottom, right there. But other than that, there's a little spot there at the top of it. We got pretty solid. So I think trimming all the way is the thing. Now, here's the other thing. There's my seam. So we're just a tad off right there. but overall, seems good. That's some damn good artwork. Thank you, Ashley, for that. That is some good artwork over there. So like I said, check her store out over there. Check the group out over there. But there is the artwork. So we've got that one there. We got that guy there that we did. We got that one that we did. I guess you can see these a little better back here. And that was the other one. So I think we did good. What do you guys think for there? Oh, let's see. What do we got here? 2 at a time. Yep. 2 at a time. How the colors, we got that. Does anyone have any issues with designs fading over time or washing? Properly adhered sublimation, you should not have any fading with time or washing. Now, if you have an outdoor thing, it's not UV stable. So you on some of those, if they don't have the UV protectant with it, they will fade because they're not made to withstand that. But you shouldn't have any issues with it there. So using good substrates will stop that. Using the correct pressure times will stop that as well. Don't add any for multiple cups. Perfect. And that's the thing. That's all comes in the testing. You have to figure that out from there. Can you do HTV vinyl name over the seam? You could if you really, really wanted to, but I wouldn't, because on the seam, why would I want their name on something where it's like this one, the artwork doesn't match up? So that's what they're going to look at, and it's going to be wonky, and that's not fun. Put it on the good, clean side right there, and go from there. But start looking at some of your professional stuff that you can look at. A lot of stuff, there's seams, you can't see stuff, you see where it all matches up. How many times have we bought Nike stuff and the shirts and the logos off-center that? Like this one, you could totally put something on that backside there or here, but once again, you're drawing attention to that. That's the hot one. That's not the hot one. And here we did sublimation and put the name on it when we printed it. Now, what you could do is you could do a bunch of these up just as blank, like this, so that way you have them for display, and then you can come back and put the name on it. And from there, you can either use the vinyl and then use like the vinyl shield over it to do that, or epoxy over it as well, after you put that vinyl on there. So if you didn't want to do that, you're just going to create more steps for yourself when you do it this way, or when you do it that way. Those look great. Thanks. Help me remember, message me later. Or speaking of artwork, I need to see if you still have a file I sent you a while back. Chances are, if you sent me a file, I have it. Especially if it's through email, or if you uploaded it to the website. If you did either of those, then we should definitely have the artwork still. If customers purchase that, how much of an imperfection do you allow to go out the door? It's hard to say, Darla, because it depends on the thing. There's a lot of stuff that a little imperfection, we're not going to send it out because it just is. A lot of it depends on how much of it you can catch. On some of the stuff, you might not even catch it. We've done shirts that I know were spelled wrong because they proved the proof, and I sent it to them, so this is spelled wrong, and they're like, they approved it, let's go. So it's tough. On this one, I would probably let go out. No problem, because a lot of where that little stuff is it's just right there at the very bottom of it. This one I'd be a little harder to do because it takes up that big spot right there. I mean, that's a big spot right there. If a customer came in to buy this, chances are they would not receive this. This is going up on the shelf. This is somewhere else, because it's just not. It's really noticeable. Whereas with these little ones, not as bad because you have that white glitter in there. Is it as gift? Sure. This one, I'd still be on the fence about this one. What about you? What about you guys? So we got this one here. Would you let this one go to a customer? Here's the bottom of that there. There's the top. And then here's this one. So we got McMillian. Which McMillian I would more than likely keep. McNaught. And you can see the bottom there. Would they go out or would they stay? All right. Do you use the templates from JDS at all? I'm noticing size difference when I print from Corel. Okay, so when you're printing, make sure that that your workspace is the correct, and that there's no what's the word for that? It's not smaller. Make sure it's printed actual size. I haven't had an issue with them, but I usually make everything slightly bigger. These templates, these ones came pre-done. So all I did was print them, and then we trimmed them, and then we made them to fit to it. So it's going to be with anything. Excuse me. You're going to have to make it fit. The other thing you can do is when you get new stuff in, especially if it's flat stuff, trace it out and scan it in, and then you can make your own templates that way. One day, let's see, it'll be great when I get my printer working again. I'll give it a go. Awesome! I can't wait to see it. Thanks, Terry. Unless you use a seamless pattern, you will always have that slight seam. Exactly. Like this one was not a seamless pattern, and that's why you can see where this here. There's nothing that we could do that would align that up because it just wasn't a seamless pattern. So it's going to have that here. Whereas with this one was not a seamless pattern because these two parts don't match up. Then you can see it's a little off down here, but it's not horrible off where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's still going to be off because it's not a seamless pattern. These ones, seamless. So, it's tough. If you know what you're looking for, you can find it in there. And this one's a little cool down now. On that one, I mean, that's pretty damn solid. I'm impressed with myself on that one. So, yeah, I'm good to go on that. Let's see. Wait, epoxy over? Have you tried epoxying a sublimation? I wonder if the epoxy would hear properly. It's epoxy, so you can epoxy. I would assume that it's going to stay just fine. But that is a great question. I think I've seen people, I've seen people epoxy over the sublimation stuff after they've done it because they've done like a glitter where they've taken, say, a translucent glitter and put that in epoxy and put it over it so it gives it even more of a glitter shine. Like if we put this over that, you totally have a whole nother added effect to it. So I think you'd do it. Can you patch them with new prints and rebake? I would not do that because you're going to be leaching off on the other one. And then if you're doing that, I mean, just think of all the effort that you're creating. And on something like this, to try and to do that for a seam right there, I think it's just going to not be cost effective to do that at all. Just start over. And that's what I would do there. Sharpies. Why not? Sharpies are my best friend. I totally agree with that. In order Patrick's customer proven when I set mock-up, so they were printed wrong. Yeah, well, I think we've all done that. I've sold a few slight issues at the top about them and never had a customer complain. Good to know there. I would think you would need to spray with clear spray paint before epoxy. I could totally try it and see what happens, and we can go from there. So let me bring this guy back on and see if we can do that, so that way you can see me there. Oh look, hey, look, there I am. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here the whole time. Yeah. So tonight we're gonna kick this out of here. We did this tumbler. Like I said, you can see the crazy seam with it right there. Where is it at? Where's it at? I even missed the seam that time. There it is. You can see the seam there. So we knew that one was going to be off because it wasn't a seamless. This one, not so bad, not so bad at all. You can see where it's a little off, but not bad, not bad, not bad. And then these guys, there. So you saw us sublimate some skinny tumblers, and I'm going to go through the numbers and see exactly where everything is with it, see how much time I have and everything, and then I put it in there. But I'm pretty happy with these. Remember, tomorrow, OSG training has been moved to Thursday. So Thursday night at 7 p.m. instead of tomorrow night. So if you're an OSG member, go ahead and check that out. If you need leather hat patches, check Renee out because that's where I got this from. We've got voting for Reggie's ends on Thursday, so make sure to get in for that. You can find all of us over at fatdadcustomdesign.com. In fact, if you go to fatdadwholesale.com, that's where you guys will find your wholesale printed needs. So signs, banners, decals, printed HTV. I do believe next week I will be able to make an announcement of a new piece of equipment that is making its way here. I don't know 100% for sure. I'm still on the fence, and I've got to do a little more talking this week. But I think something new is coming, and I think it's going to be a game changer for us, and I think it'll be a game changer for you guys, and I think it's going to be something super fun and exciting that we'll be able to really have fun with, and it'll really expand the things that we're able to do. So I'll be looking for some beta testers for that. There's a couple of you that we already do quite a bit of work for. So you guys, as a thank you, we're going to do some stuff and send some stuff to you and have you guys try it out. We're going to put your logos on it, and that way you can test it out, play with all the stuff from there. From there, I think that's it. I think we got everything here. Let me see if I have any any more questions, because I got it up on this monitor over here. I think we've got that one. I wish someone would come up with a sublimation marker to fix errors. Well, so Artistry has the sublimation markers, and you could do that, I would think, but the problem with it is matching of the ink, because the colors are going to be different. So what their red marker might not match your red there. So it'd be definitely something worth trying. I've used the markers. I think the markers are fun to do. If anybody is doing any, we're not doing them because nothing's open, but craft shows, those markers and ornaments and having kids make the stuff right on hand there, you can kill it off those. So those are a great thing for that. And maybe we'll try and do some fun stuff with that next week. I'm not sure. Like I said, I need your guys' thoughts and input on what we should be doing shows on. Sandra, looking good. Well, thank you. I look like 10 years younger, so I'm good. The second Tumbler, the second one is off because of the alignment. Yeah, so this one here, when we tried measuring it off and going there, but the top part of it, let's see if I can go in there and find where's that seam at. If I find the seam right here and go up, yeah, that wasn't meant to be, because you can tell even if we line these two parts up here, those two things aren't matching up right there. And the squares, this square is small, isn't a square like the rest of them. So this one we tried to do is still not a seamless pattern, so we're still going to end up with that seam. You're still going to have that weird, this one's close in here, but it's still going to be off somewhat in that. Wait, what brand are the markers? Artistry has them. You can get them from Condi. They're the sublimation markers. You can use them on copy paper, and you can draw on those, and that's what they're made for. You try and draw on sublimation paper, it creates a sticky mess because of the clay in it and the marker there, so copy paper. If you've ever been to the trade shows, Condi has them at their booth, and they're always fun. But maybe we'll do a review on those. They're a fun thing to do, and when you set up the designs right, and the one thing that you have to remember is anything that needs to be written. So if you're doing a name, it has to be backwards, because, hey, guess what? Sublimation needs to be a mirror because it's going from there. So the thing that you do, or the thing that we would do is, so if we've had a circle thing here, we'd have them right on the back and then turn it over and have them trace it so that way it's backwards and they can see it from there. Bling that plaid and you won't see it. Right, bling it. When in doubt, just bling it. So, all right. Thank you, guys. I kept you here for almost 2 hours tonight. I'm super sorry for that. Oh, that's like a long show for me. I probably could have cut this down, but this is what we're gonna do. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, we've got plenty of stuff going. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're on the YouTube, make sure you get over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/FatDadWholesale. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell there. So we can get that there. We have also got our Facebook group. So if you're watching us on YouTube, head over to our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/OSG Business Basics. Head over there, join it up. We're just about to 2,000 members. When we get to that, we'll be doing another giveaway. This one is going to be over $200 worth of stuff, from decals, thank you stickers, some signs. So we're going to have a good bundle in there for you. And I'm hoping that we get those members here before Christmas, so that way we can give that away and somebody can have some fun. And there's that for you. So until next time, you guys have a great night. We will see you. Keep making things. Keep doing good. Kill it out there. Oh, can I repost the Reggie's link? Absolutely. Show. In fact, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to save because I'm going to show, and then I'm going to come in the comments, and then I can send that there. So there should be the link for that. Like I said, get in the group. Tell me what you want to see on these Tuesdays with Todd, because I'm willing to try anything for you guys, because, hey, I'm not here to push anybody's stuff with excellent. Oh, that reminds me, one of the things that we are going to do, because I have it laying around here, as I just might do a quick one on it, is there's some sublimation on Bling Anything. Rhonda Bright told me about that, and so I'm going to go ahead and give that a go. So we're going to make something on that. So until next time, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you. Enjoy. Keep pressing on, doing all that fun stuff. We got to have